Everybody, I'm David with Bolivar Live, and it's that time of month again, the first of the month, where we do the market report. And today's show, as always, Monday at 10:30, is Real Estate Talk with Beth. And today we're going to cover the market report for June. But Beth had to go out of town. I'm in town, so we're actually long distance, I guess you could say today.
Modern technology, it's
Yeah,
great.
modern technology. So uh, we're in the middle of spring. Summer. In
Summer.
fact, we're right in the middle of July 4th, and it's packed down here. Either homeowners are using their homes, the vacation rentals are full, I think, from what I'm hearing down
Mhm.
here. What'd the market do in June? Because it's sort of peaked out and then stabled for a second, and then interest rates changed, and it's sort of just about every month we're getting a different feel on what's happening.
Yeah, it's been constantly changing. And, if you keep up with this, like I have been, for the past year or so that we've been doing this, you'll kind of see that the prices are they're coming down dramatically. We're not seeing as many sales. And, well, let's just dive into it. Are you ready?
Let's go.
Okay. So we are looking at June's market report.
And this
And
is just, once again, this is just for Bolivar Peninsula.
correct.
And
Then
this
we
is
go
an average.
right. We go from the beach to the bay, from the ferry to the turn, and it is just Bolivar Peninsula. And so I do break it down at the end of where each house was that sold. Well, not individual houses, but how many
Yeah,
sold
whether
on
it's
the beachfront.
beachfront or two
Right.
rows back. And so,
So that's at the end of the report. So as far as what sold, the average that sold for the month of June, it was 491,543. So that's the average sales price that the houses ended up with. And I am looking at another screen. That average sales price compared to May was down 15%.
that's a pretty good amount. Is that because maybe we didn't have the beachfront, the higher end houses?
Correct. And you'll
Some
see
smaller houses closed.
a lot of the houses over in Rollover Bay did close. A lot of houses closed further back than the first and second row.
Yeah, and
And
that's
you
where
will
we
see
see
that.
the big price drop.
Right. And we had some beachfront houses that sold, but they took a hit on this price per foot. So the average price per foot was $364 per foot.
That's
So
what they sold for.
that's what they sold for. So
Okay.
if you have a 1,200 square foot house and you're looking at, what is the average sales price? That is $364 a foot.
Okay.
And people ask me that, well, what can I get for my house? Well, really, we need to dig into it, but that is the average. And that did not change very much from May. So we were
Okay.
kind of equal. There was
Equal.
no percentage. So the number of houses that we have on the market, it was 281 for the month of
That
June. As
increased.
that was very little increase. It went up 0.05%. But David, again, that is a lot of houses to have on the
Right.
market at one time. It really affects the sales price, because
Right.
if you have buyers coming in here, they have so many houses to choose from.
Choose from.
So you really got to be on top of the price, your pricing. You've got to be in the best possible condition you can be in, because you've got to be number one over all those houses.
Right. And how many houses is the next slide? How many houses?
We have 281 houses on the
Okay.
market, right?
Okay.
Okay. And that was up 0.05% from May.
Okay.
So I think last month there was 266.
Okay.
So not a lot is selling,
Right.
and more people are adding.
Right.
And I think we'll even see more come on after the summer, because people are thinking, well, maybe, we'll get through this season and then we'll put it on the market.
Hmm.
Well,
We're almost there.
we're almost there. Yeah.
Yeah.
The average price for homes that are currently active on the market is $408 a foot. So that's high compared to what's sold.
Right.
And again, this is taking beach to bay, ferry to High Island. So if you're considering putting your house on the market, you really need to look at what the comps are, because if you're going to be sitting at 408 a foot, that's going to be a hard sell.
Right.
Where am I? Oh, I'm over here. And that number didn't change much from May.
Okay.
We have a 12-month supply of houses on the market right now. So
I love saying this. So it's a buyer's market.
Yeah.
It's a buyer's market. It's a buyer's market.
It is. So congratulations, buyers. Come in. You have all the control right now.
Right.
Yeah. You have inventory to look at. You have power because you're the buyer. And the buyers are scared to come in because of the interest rates being so high. But look, you can always refinance down the road when the interest rates go down. So,
because if interest rates dropped, the houses are going to go back up again.
That's what the trend usually does.
Yeah.
So, a 12-month supply of inventory, that's a long list of houses to get through.
Yeah, because 2 months or 3 months ago, we were at an 6 or 8 month supply. And so it's really grown here over the last 3 months.
It has. And like I said, we're going to see more houses come on the market after the summer. That's just, what the market does.
Typical.
Yeah. From what's sold, their houses are staying on the market 94 days.
Okay.
That's the houses that sold. We are seeing houses expire, go off the market, terminate, and they're not selling. So this is just the number that's sold. So if you're priced right and your house is in good condition, then you can look at it at about a 3-month period that you're going to be on the market. We had 23 houses go under contract last month. So that is up from the month before. Okay, here's your favorite slide. One of your other favorite slides.
Yeah.
Beachfront. We had 2 beachfront houses sell, and the average was $383. That's very low.
Yeah.
So
I can remember a year ago, some of those were going for $500, $600 a square foot.
Yeah. So these houses that did sell, one of them was older. So that's why it came in so low. I don't expect that to be the average at all going forward, because we had first and second row houses that were in much better condition, and that average was $459.
Okay.
So I just think that's an odd thing that happened there with that. Third and back, we had 18 houses sell, and the average there was $350.
Okay.
And then Bayside, we had 10 houses sell and the average was $367. So that it tells you what actually did sell in June. And we did have a good June. It's not what we're used to for the past 2 or 3 years. It's going back to the 2019 numbers. One of these days I'll dig into that and see.
Yeah, I'd like to do a show in 2000, maybe the first January or February, March, somewhere in there of 2019 versus 18, and then where we're at now, because it's just like everything down here during the pandemic. The pandemic for us down here in businesses was actually a blessing, because we were busy. We had July 4th for like 2 years. I mean,
it's all that stimulus money that kept coming.
Right, and people were working from home, and if they had a beach house or they wanted a beach house, they bought it and just lived down here. And now this is the first year that I consider us back to normalcy. The kids are in school. People are going back to work. A lot of companies are calling people back in from working at home now and saying, hey, come into the office. Some companies have figured out we don't need all this office space in a high-rise downtown. We can work from home and just have meetings. Yeah. And so we're getting back to some normalcy. People are traveling a little bit. Anytime there's an election and stuff, interest rates and people get nervous. And so we're back to pre-pandemic
Numbers. Yeah. And
numbers as
I think
far
we're
as life.
seeing that as far as houses too.
Yeah,
I think that we're getting back to those numbers before it got crazy, and it's affordable,
yeah,
and when the interest rate does calm down, then, you can always refinance.
right. If you're wanting to get a good deal on a house over the next 4 months, really start watching it. And if you don't have a realtor, give Beth a call and
Please.
start watching it, because we may have some pop up that, ready to sell, motivated buyers, and you can go in and make an offer and get a house. Then whenever it's all said and done, if interest rates come down, then you can give Stephanie a call and
There
do a
you go.
refinance on it with Stephanie's team and get the interest rate back down where you want it. And then you've got uh, a good investment down here,
Right. Right. Because right now, I understand it with the interest rate being where it's at. It's hard to make that make sense. But
Right.
once we get the prices where they need to be, and you really watch the market and know what you want, you could get the deals and still make it work with that interest rate, and then just look at refinancing down the road.
I think we're going to see, especially once we get through Labor Day, some people, and this is my opinion. I'm not a realtor. I'm not a banker. I'm not anything but the Bolivar Live guy. But I think we're going to see some houses come on the market uh, that people are ready to get out of in the first quarter of next year. And so if you're thinking about it or wanting to enlarge your portfolio, start looking now, because the
Right.
inventory's there.
And I think you are correct on that.
You
I don't want
know,
to see anybody hurt, though.
no, and
Let's stop that before it happens.
right. And, if you're looking at it from an investment part, between Beth, because you've got vacation rentals, and Stephanie, she has vacation rentals she's on the finance end. Y'all can help walk someone through and say, look, this is what's going to happen if interest rates go down. You can refinance it and then you benefit more. Or this isn't going to work like you think it's going to, or in my opinion, and make sure you're making the right decision.
Right. Yeah, and definitely talk to the professionals about it, because a lot of my clients, though, they're not using it for an investment. They're using it for a
For a
second
second
home.
home.
Yeah, so it just depends on what you want to do.
Right.
And
Right.
Crystal Beach has been. I think they invented Airbnb, right?
Yeah.
They've been
Seems
doing
like it.
Airbnbs there since day one. So we're always going to have that market in Crystal Beach.
Yeah. And I mean, vacationers down here, from my standpoint, are growing. With the way the economy is, we see people maybe watching their money a little bit more, maybe not eating out every night, only eating out 2 or 3 times if they're here a week, but they're still coming down here,
Oh
and there's
yes,
still
yes,
a
we're
call
seeing a
for it.
lot of vacationers.
I don't think there's a golf cart in 27 miles that you could rent that I know of, or
I
at
don't
least
know.
between Randy and West Canal. Everyone I know is pretty well booked for the next 2 weeks. So
Are
we've
you
got
ready
some
for
vacation.
fireworks down there?
Yeah, yeah. I tell you what, the beach, if is in bad shape as far as it's clean, but it's just real soft.
I
I made a
know.
drive this morning, and y'all, we're actually recording this on the 2nd, and y'all who see this on the
Tomorrow.
third, yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah.
But yes, ready for fireworks. People are buying fireworks. I gave fireworks package away
Mm,
yesterday on one of the secret phrases, and so yeah, and July is really just starting too. We still have the whole month of July, and the vacation rentals, from talking to the realtors for the month of July, man, they're firm. Now, once we get to
yes.
August 1st, because a lot of schools are starting early this year, rentals have gone down a little bit. I mean, they're still there, but not as strong as they have been in the last 3 or 4 years. But we're also getting schools that are going to 3-day or 4-day school weeks. And so that's going to open up a whole different can of worms as far as people can come down for a 3-day weekend down
Really?
here, because if they work from home or don't work, or on the road, they can leave on Thursday afternoon, come down here, get a vacation rental for Friday and Saturday instead of just coming down here on Friday night, using it Friday night and Saturday night. And
So
so,
it takes care of that soft season for the renters and
right,
the homeowners. And I know for my personal rentals, because we have two, it's October, which
right.
I push October to people. Come
October,
down in
November,
October.
all that.
Yeah.
And, Thanksgivings down here have grown over the years. And no, we should have taken a Bolivar Live coffee mug with
No,
you this
no, this
time.
is a good
Got
one.
the 110 today. Chris, we've got Thanksgiving. We have that week between Christmas and New Year's has grown over the years, and so we still have the visitors. It's just during the week a lot of times it really slows down, but that's when you can go to the restaurants and don't have to worry
No.
about waiting or anything. So,
Yeah.
well, if people want to get hold of you to get some more information, maybe they're starting to look, maybe you've got some properties too that people could build a custom home on, maybe one that they have plans for. How can they get hold of you?
You can call me. I would love to talk to you about it. I am at 214-801-9801. You can go to our website, WeSellCrystalBeach.com. You can come see me. We're in transition, moving offices, but I'm here local normally. I'm out of town
Normally,
this weekend. But
one weekend out of how many weekends you're not here?
right.
That's
So, yeah,
pretty
yeah.
good in the office. So,
But I would love to talk to you about your options as far as real estate goes. And, David, we need to do another show on the Pearl too.
yes, things are popping there. In fact,
Things
I
are
ran
popping.
into Jason the other night, Friday night, up at Stingery when I was up there shooting some video clips. So, well, we do this show every Monday at 10:30, Real Estate Talk with Beth. We've been doing it about a year and a half now, and really try and focus on what's happening here on Bolivar Peninsula so you can stay informed not only on our events and activities, but also the real estate market. If you're wanting to get into short-term rentals, maybe you're wanting to buy a second home, maybe you've got friends or family looking, this is the show to watch. And you can see it on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/the @ Bolivar Live, or you can find us on Roku and Amazon Fire TV. It's a free download, Bolivar Live TV. And I just started recording breaking news. We did The Office, here about 3 weeks ago, the new Office for you. We've got a new podcast coming out,
So excited.
and I talked to Beth about it before this show on what the first show is going to be. We're actually going to try and launch it this week, and
Oh,
so stay
wow.
tuned on that. It's Bolivar Live, a Texas beach vacation, and it'll be on Apple and Spotify and all that. And so we'll make a big announcement on one of our shows when we get that out. So I'm excited about that because I don't have to worry about video. So we're going to head on out. We'll be back next Monday at 10:30 with another show, Real Estate Talk with Beth. Beth, have a safe trip back to Bolivar,
Thank
and we'll see
you.
you soon.
Happy 4th of July, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
110 Realty Group on Bolivar Peninsula, located in Crystal Beach, Texas, believes finding the perfect home or property is a necessity for every client. That it's crucial to provide relevant, up-to-date information on the market, properties, and homes for sale to each and every seller or buyer. Keeping up with the market in today's world is how 110 Realty Group exceeds expectations for their clients. 110 Realty Group in Crystal Beach, Texas are your real estate sales professionals, both in beach home sales and property sales. Finding the perfect custom home on Bolivar Peninsula is a specialty of Beth Terminella and Leslie Armstrong. Keeping up with the daily changes and available homes, properties, and the changing market makes 110 Realty Group the choice for several custom builders for spec homes and investors looking for short-term rentals, along with home buyers looking for that perfect beach house for their family. 110 Realty Group for all your real estate needs on Bolivar Peninsula, in Galveston County, and across Texas.